Hello everyone. Greetings from AWZ. Today, I'm going to talk about social media addiction. Please remember to subscribe our channel. Social media addiction. What is addiction to social media? You're not alone if you notice that using social media causes you to lose many minutes, if not hours, at a time. Social networking was initially created as a method to stay in touch with friends and family, but it has since developed into a valued activity that is enjoyed by people of all ages. Even though you use social media frequently and may even enjoy it, are you dependent on it? There is no recognized classification for social media addiction. But excessive use of social media is becoming more widespread today, and it could seriously harm your physical and mental well-being. Over the past 10 years, checking and browsing through social media has grown in popularity. Despite the fact that the majority of people's use of social media is not harmful, a small minority of users develop an addiction to social networking sites and use them compulsively or excessively. Similar to other substance use disorders, addictive social media use can cause mood modification, a positive change in emotional states as a result of social media use, salience, a behavioral, cognitive, and emotional preoccupation with social media, tolerance, constant, increasing use of social media, and withdrawal symptoms, unpleasant physical and emotional symptoms when social media use is curtailed or stopped. Addicted individuals quickly revert back to their excessive social media usage after an abstinence period. Social networking sites' dopamine-producing social contexts are largely to blame for the phenomenon of social media addiction. To keep users using their products as much as possible, social media companies like Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram alter neuronal circuitry in a similar way to how gambling and recreational drugs do. According to studies, the constant barrage of retweets, likes, and shares from these sites causes the same kind of physiological reaction to occur in the brain's reward center as drugs like cocaine. In fact, social media contact has been likened by neuroscientists to the direct injection of dopamine into the body. Discover the signs of problematic social media use and what to do about them. What is addiction to social media? The use of social media has become increasingly popular over the past 10 years, whether it's to keep in touch with friends and family, watch movies, or just waste time. Particularly with young to middle-aged individuals, children, and teenagers, this is the case. How, therefore, does an apparently benign pastime develop into an addiction? Social media use can have negative effects on your brain, just like other behavioral addictions. You might engage in compulsive and excessive social media use. Scrolling through articles, photographs, and videos can become a habit that interferes with other aspects of your life. According to some experts, up to 10% of Americans may be addicted to social media. The number of people with social media addiction may, however, be higher given how widespread social media use is in general. Social media users do not all become addicted to it. However, if this activity becomes more available to more people may eventually get addicted to social networking. Why are social media platforms so addictive? While social media can appear like mindless entertainment that is soothing and relaxing, it actually has a big impact on your brain. Dopamine signals in your brain grow whenever you use your favorite apps. The neurotransmitters in question are linked to pleasure. Your brain recognizes social media use as a pleasant activity that you should repeat when you feel more dopamine after utilizing it. You might experience this more each time you upload something of your own and get supportive comments. The happy emotions felt while using social media are fleeting. Other addictions have the same brain activity as this positive reinforcement. You'll return to the source, in this example, social media, for more as the feel-good dopamine wears off. Social networking might occasionally be a welcome diversion if you're stuck at home or sick at work. Your brain will begin to convince you that participating in this activity can lessen loneliness as you do so, which may not necessarily be the case, actually. What drawbacks might social media addiction cause? Social media usage on occasion is probably not detrimental. However, there are drawbacks to overusing social media that should be taken into account. The following are some potential drawbacks of social media. Poor grades or work performance, low self-esteem, which may be brought on by false beliefs that others' lives are better than yours, increased isolation and loneliness, anxiety or depression, the onset of social anxiety disorder, a fear of missing out, FOMO, which can result in even more social media use, disturbed sleep patterns, especially if you use social media right before bed, decreased physical activity, which may have an adverse effect on your general health. How can you tell if you're addicted to social media? You can find out from a mental health professional if you actually have a social media addiction or just really love using it a lot. But there are some significant variations between a habit that you love and a social media addiction. These include negative effects on your job or academic performance from excessive use of social media, such as scrolling through your apps at work or instead of studying, increased use while engaging in other activities, like eating or hanging out with friends and family, increased reliance on social media as a coping mechanism for problems, restlessness and irritability whenever social media use is reduced, thinking about social media constantly, and so forth. How can you limit your use of social media? The good news is that there are steps you can take to reduce your total use, whether you have a social media addiction or are simply using your applications more than you should. Take into account the following advice to help you maintain a better balance on social media. Delete your smartphone's social networking apps. Even if you can still access them on your computer, keeping them off your phone may help you spend less time on social media in general. Disconnect from your personal phone while at work, in class, at meals, and while engaging in leisure activities. Additionally, you can change the settings on each social networking app to disable particular notifications. Allocate a specific period of time each day for social networking. To help hold you accountable, set a timer. Keep your computer, tablet, and phone away from your bedroom. Pick up a new pastime that has nothing to do with technology. Sports, the arts, cooking classes, and more are examples. Whenever you can, make an effort to see your friends and family in person. To obtain some real-life grounding, it's also crucial to take regular breaks from social media completely. Your break may last for a single day each week, a full month, or an entire season, depending on your needs. Let yourself, not your social media account, be in charge of this choice. Key conclusions. Social media is becoming more and more commonplace today, but that doesn't mean you'll inevitably become addicted to it. You may help prevent an over-reliance on social media before it becomes problematic by taking regular breaks, and establishing clear boundaries for yourself and your kids. There are techniques to address social media addiction, if you do believe you may have it, in order to improve your overall well-being. Don't be afraid to ask a mental health expert for assistance if you are struggling with this kind of addiction. This is all for today. Check out other videos on our channel. Thank you for being with us.